Hey everybody, this is Kwa. Today I'm going to help you how to learn to use the Google Keyword Planner tool. This is in a series of search engine optimization training videos that I'm producing for my team. And I want you to understand that if you're going to be an internet marketer or you're going to be a blogger, you're going to be producing videos, how to get it ranked and on Google and other search engines. And one of the keys or one of the most important components to this is keywords. Okay, so I'm on Google. Okay, and I'll demonstrate to you how it all works, what the concept of keywords and what it means and why you need to pay attention to it. Each and every time that you do a search on Google, they remember what you inputted. Okay. For instance, if I'm going to do a search and I'm looking for German cars, I'm going to start typing German cars. Okay. Even before I complete the search phrase, it's already come up. Say it's already come up under German cars. All right. And the reason why it has come up is, without my having to do anything, is because Google, they remember and they categorize and they index every single search that anyone ever puts in to Google. Okay, that's incredible, but it's true. There are millions of searches done every single day, and Google remembers each and every one of those searches, and they count them so that they know what people are looking for, because the better that they understand what people are looking for, then the better that they can produce or respond to what people are looking for. Okay, so this is really important to you, because if you want to be ranked, if you want your videos to be ranked or you want your posts to be ranked, this is critical for you to understand, is because if you want Google to rank your video or blog, then you have to tell Google that your video or your blog matches up to a keyword or search phrase. Okay, does that make sense? Because the search phrase is what somebody is looking for, and then your content must match up to what they're looking for. All right. In another video, I explained the concept of on-page optimization. Okay, on-page optimization are things that you do to tell Google that your post is related to a certain keyword. Okay, I'm not going to go into it here because that's a very in-depth concept, concept, and I don't want to get off track. The only thing I want to talk about today is how to use the keyword planner tool that's produced by Google. So what you do, and so basically, again, the idea is that your post, you're telling Google through your post, through the way you organize your keywords, that it matches up to Google's index of keywords. Okay, that it's catalogs, that it's numbered, and that it's indexed of all the searches that are done in the world, that yours matches up to this particular keyword phrase. Okay, so that is how you're found. Because if you do not tell Google how your blog post matches up to a particular keyword phrase, you will not get indexed, and no one would ever read you, because you're going to be on the 10,000th, page of the search engine results. Okay, because Google would not know what to do with your post or your video. I mean, it just would not make any sense of it. So if you are serious about being found and being indexed and being number one on Google search engine results, I mean, that's the key really, is that you're on the first page. Then you need to follow these ideas, and you need to be using the keyword Google at keyword planner tool each and every single time. Think of it this way: is that when someone is searching or inputting a keyword, that is a question. Okay, your blog post is the answer to that question. Okay, because remember that people are Googling things or searching for things because they are trying to look for answers. That's why they put that particular keyword in. And so the idea for you is that your content is the answer to the question that they're posing Google. Okay, does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, because if you understand this concept, if you get it, then you're going to be along your way, very far along the way of understanding search engine optimization. Okay, so anyway, so this is what you need to do with each and every single piece of content that you produce that you want to be ranked. Okay, you want to use the keyword planner tool, and you know the way you get it is basically Google keyword planner tool, and it's gonna be on the first one of the first results. Okay, and it's a free tool. It won't cost you anything, but you will need to create an account. If you have a Gmail account already, then you can use that. Okay, basically you can just log in using your Gmail account login information. Okay, so I am in the keyword planner tool, and this is where you want to start. You want to start with tools and analysis, the tab tools and analysis. Okay, and then you want to click on search for new keyword and add group ideas, and basically you just click on that, and then you type in the keyword phrase that you're contemplating creating a blog about. Okay, so going back to my example of German cars. All right, so I just type in that keyword, and then I get ideas, and then I click on keyword ideas. This will tell me that how often this phrase is being searched throughout the world. Okay, so the exact phrase German cars, the average number of searches each month is 6,600. Okay, so there are 6,000, and that's actually a pretty decent number of people, because if you are trying to rank for this, and you find yourself you manage to get yourself at the top of the search of a Google results page using this keyword, you're going to get some decent traffic, because that over 6,000 people, almost 7,000 people search for this phrase each month. So just this phrase alone, if you can get a page that is responsive to this keyword, then you have answered the question that a lot of people are posing, and you can get some decent traffic. Okay, and also here's the thing that's important, is that where it says competition and it says low, what that means is that there are very few websites or blogs or videos that are actually competing for this keyword, meaning that they are trying to rank for this particular keyword. And that's what you want to look for. You want to, whenever you're looking to create a blog post, you're looking to create a blog post that first has good traffic, and then secondly has low competition. Okay, so anything, for me, good traffic is anything above 500 searches a month. because my strategy is not to go for the big enchilada. If you say, for instance, this has, 60,000 searches a month, okay? But if the competition is low, or or just by virtue of having 60,000 searches a month, there's going to be a lot of people who are competing for this. Then my chances of actually getting found are less. Okay, so I want to go look for that low-hanging fruit that has a decent traffic, but low competition. And my strategy is more content and more responsive posts to different keywords. Okay, so that basically I'm competing for a bunch of different keywords, and because I'm competing for a bunch of different keywords, then I'm going to be more likely to be found by somebody. Okay, even if there's only 300 people, 400 people, 500 people, like for instance, in this one there's 140 people. Okay, even if it's a low number of search, but the fact that I'm responsive to these numbers, then 140 people for that search term is good for me, because I'm going to have 10 different posts, and so it adds up. Okay, so that's my strategy, because I use mostly Google proved or white hat tactics. I don't use black hat tactics, because I don't want my blog to be de-indexed or to be punished by Google. So I try to keep it on the safe side. And I don't have a huge marketing budget to try to rank for big term keywords. Okay, so when you have a lot of resources at your disposal to build backlinks, then you can try to rank for some of these tougher keywords. But if you're starting off and you just want to start getting on the first pages of Google and start ranking for certain pages, then you want to go for the low hanging fruit. Okay, so this is probably a good example, is that you got 1,600 people searching for this and it's low competition. All right, and then and here's another thing that you'll see too, is that Google will give you related search phrases and search terms. Okay, that you can get an idea of. Okay, so I'm going to go up and down this list, and I'm going to get some ideas and look for the different types of keywords that I might want to write about in the future, or just now. Okay, so this is an excellent way for you to get blog ideas, is just by virtue of using the keyword planner tool. You start to get ideas. Like for instance, I started with German cars, but now I think maybe I'll write about German car manufacturers, all right, or German car brands. That's a good, or East German cars. I don't know if I don't know if they even exist anymore. But if apparently there's so many people searching for that each year. But anyway, so that's just it gives you get ideas on how on blog topics or video topics that you can write about in the future. Okay, and here's another concept that I want you to understand too, is that when you are doing or planning your content, you want to have what they call long tail keywords. Long tail keywords are basically very specific search phrases. Okay, a generic search phrase would be German car. Okay, because that's very common. But a long tail of search phrase would be German car manufacturers, because what you're doing is you're making it more specific. All right, and the reason why you want to be more specific is that when you match something specifically to a long tail keyword, you're more likely to be found. All right. So if you are trying to just match up to German car or German cars, then, and then if somebody's looking for a German car manufacturer, then they might not find you. But if your keyword is German car manufacturer, somebody who inputs that is going to find an exact match to what you are producing. Okay, that is the cool part. Is like, again, just remember the concept that Google indexes all these searches, and the easier you make it for them, and the easier you make it for them by matching as closely as possible to what Google has indexed, then the more likely you're going to be found. Okay, and that's what I mean by long tail keywords, is phrases that are very specific to the search, and that will allow you to be found more easily. All right. So some other concepts that I want you to kind of keep in mind is this: is that, again, when somebody's doing a Google search, they are trying to find an answer to a question. So what you want to do is that you want to produce the response to that answer. And the way you do that, again, is to match up as precisely as possible what the search phrase is. And I know that sometimes it gets really awkward because if you look at some of these search phrases, the syntax is weird. Like, for instance, German car repair. Well, you're going to have to work around that, and be creative with your writing. And I try to, as much as possible, match up the exact search phrase syntax, as much as possible. I mean, you can still find it, you can still be found by Google because their algorithm is very sophisticated. But for me, I don't really like to take chances. I like to match up as much as possible. And then, and that's pretty much it. You answer as best as possible what they're looking for, okay? What the people are searching for. So, the main thing I want you to take out of this is that before you produce any type of content, you need to be using the Google Keyword Planner tool to make sure that your content is going to be searched and that there is a market for your content. Okay, that's the concept I want you to understand, is that you produce content, you want to make sure there's a market for it. If no one is searching for it, like, for instance, let me try to say check cars. Let's see if I can spell check. Well, I guess somebody is searching for check cars. Okay, well, how about this? Let's do something really bizarre. Ugandan cars. Okay, well, I don't think there's any Ugandan car manufacturers, and even if they were, I don't think there's a huge market for them in the United States. So here you go. This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about. If you are trying to write an article or produce a video about Ugandan cars, guess what? There's only 10 people searching for that a month in the entire world. Okay. So, well, actually now it's in the United States because I've set it up so that it's in the United States. But in the United States, you only have 10 people searching for that. So you are guaranteed that no one is going to be looking, well, somebody's going to be looking for you, but very few people. So right away that the market for this product or this content is almost non-existent. So why would you spend any time trying to produce content when you know that no one is interested in that content? See what I mean? So that is the purpose of Keyword Planner tools, is that to find what the market is and also to find what the competition for the market is. And that's the way you want to approach, blogging or producing videos, is that you, as a marketer, okay, you are selling content, so to speak, quote, air quotes, and here's the market, and this is all free. This is the amazing thing, is it's all free. You don't have to pay for this. I mean, there are tools that you can get that are actually more precise, and that can tell you, that can give you even, can drill down even more to what the competition is. I mean, there are tools for that, but that, I'm not here to talk about them, or I'm not here to promote them, but you can actually use tools that will give you even more information than was available for the keyword planner tool. But for the time being, for the very beginning, when you first start your internet journey, this is what you need to do. And if you're not doing this, then I can promise you that you are wasting your time. I don't want you to do that. I want you to, whenever you're producing something, for you to get the results that you want. And so I hope that this video has been helpful to you to think about how to start producing content in a way where you know that people are looking for it. You know that's going to be found because you also know people are looking for it. I hope this has been helpful. My name is Kwa, and I'm here to help you break through.